Have you ever stopped to think that the way you direct your attention might be the key to transforming your reality? In a world where choices and decisions multiply every moment, what you choose to focus on can literally shape your life. From the revolutionary discoveries of quantum physics to ancient spiritual practices, the truth is clear. Energy flows where attention goes. What does this mean for you? How can we harness this power to create the life we truly desire? Stay with me until the end, because today we will explore a transformative concept that can change the way you see the world around you. In 1920, the world of physics was shaken by a theory that completely transformed how we understand reality. Proposed by Niels Bohr and Werner Heisenberg, the Copenhagen interpretation suggested something almost magical. At the quantum level, particles exist in all their possible states simultaneously, until they are observed. This concept became famous through Schrödinger's cat thought experiment, where the cat would be simultaneously alive and dead until someone checked. Decades later, in 1957, Hugh Everett introduced an even bolder idea called the many worlds interpretation. According to him, realities do not collapse when a decision is made. Instead, all possible outcomes of a quantum event occur, creating parallel universes. Imagine that with every choice you make, the universe splits, generating infinite versions of yourself. In one of these versions, you might be extremely successful, while in another, you may face challenges. The intriguing part is that you are only aware of one of these realities. These ideas are not confined to science. Ancient cultures and spiritual traditions also talk about how our attention shapes the world around us and how we can co-create our reality. Monks, yogis, and mystics have always taught that the way we observe reality directly affects our experience of it. Now, think about this. What if the way you direct your attention at this very moment could shape your life? What if your ability to focus was the key to creating the reality you desire? In today's video, I'll explore how this is possible and show you how to use this idea to transform your life. It all starts with energy. When you feel stuck, as if you're constantly facing the same challenges, be it in work, relationships, or finances, it could indicate blocked energy. Energy needs to flow freely. Otherwise, you'll experience repetitive patterns. But what controls this flow? Your attention. Energy follows the focus of your mind, shaped by the thoughts you think and the emotions you feel. There are two main types of attention we use daily: polar and non-polar attention. Polar attention has the power to attract or repel. For example, if you are constantly focused on avoiding debt or financial problems, you may end up attracting exactly that. On the other hand, if you direct your focus toward opportunities and abundance, they are more likely to appear. Non-polar attention, however, is neutral. It neither attracts nor repels, but dissolves patterns, allowing you to break free from repetitive cycles and see situations more clearly. How attention shapes your reality. From a young age, we are conditioned to live in a state of alertness, driven by fear. This biological programming leads us to avoid risks and focus on potential threats. But by doing so, we end up reinforcing what we fear. Fear attracts more fear. Society, through news and social media, amplifies this, keeping us trapped in a cycle of anxiety and self-protection. However, you have the power to change this. The key lies in redirecting your attention by shifting your emotional perceptions and beliefs. When you focus on what you want instead of what you fear, you begin to attract experiences aligned with your goals and dreams. To harness this power, start by observing where you are placing your focus. Is it on fear or hope? On the problem or the solution? Small changes in what you observe and value can have a profound impact on your reality. For example, if you want to improve your financial situation, instead of worrying about debt, focus on finding new opportunities and appreciating what you already have. If you want to improve your relationships, concentrate on moments of connection and gratitude rather than on faults or conflicts. This will help, but the main solution lies in changing your vibration by altering your emotional and mental patterns. As discussed earlier, what truly matters is the energy you vibrate. Often, we are not fully aware of our feelings and thoughts in the present moment. However, this lack of awareness may be shaping our reality more deeply than we imagine. Therefore, in addition to observing yourself more attentively, it is also essential to look at your childhood and the early emotional influences you experienced. Childhood is a crucial period where beliefs and emotional patterns are formed and often become rooted in our subconscious. These thoughts and emotions, often originating from past experiences, can carry limiting beliefs and blocks that affect our choices and attitudes in the present. Co-creating our reality is not just a reflection of what we think now, but also of what we have lived and learned throughout our journey. Therefore, when noticing the thought patterns and emotions that arise in your life, look compassionately at those memories. Often, understanding the root of these beliefs, which may have originated in childhood, allows you to release these stagnant energies and transform how you create your reality today. By doing so, you free yourself from past limitations and create space for new possibilities, allowing your vibration to align with what you truly wish to create. A solid foundation for this concept is family constellation therapy. One example is from treatments in my clinic where, psychologically, a woman seeks a man due to a lack of paternal affection, and a man, due to a lack of maternal affection, seeks a woman to fill this void. However, they often attract someone who initially fills these gaps, but is spiritually there to help heal these emotional wounds. Science and spirituality converge on one point. The way you observe the world shapes your experience. From now on, remember that you have the power to choose where you place your attention. Use this to your advantage and start creating the life you have always dreamed of. We often repeat patterns in our relationships, finances, or other areas of life without realizing it. This happens because we are so focused on avoiding problems that we end up attracting exactly what we fear. When we face challenges, we tend to react emotionally, stuck in past experiences that influence our current decisions. But there is a different way to deal with these situations: emotional neutrality. Imagine an unexpected problem arises, like a high bill or a misunderstanding at work. It's natural to feel fear or frustration, but this emotional reaction, called polarized attention, consumes energy and often attracts more similar situations. This happens because by devoting so much attention to something negative, we reinforce its presence in our lives. On the other hand, if you can observe the situation without classifying it as good or bad, adopting a neutral stance, it loses its emotional impact. This doesn't mean ignoring the problem, but facing it calmly without letting it take control of your emotions and decisions. Of course, it's not always possible to maintain this emotional neutrality. That's where I recommend treatments and practices that can access your subconscious and reprogram your emotions and what you vibrate. In business, for example, when faced with a tough decision, it's common to worry about what might go wrong. This type of thinking, loaded with negative energy, can influence the outcome unfavorably. However, by shifting your focus to positive possibilities, you create fertile ground for creative solutions and better results, knowing that this focus must be definitive. If you continue to have these negative thoughts, it means you need to change this emotional perception. Our perception plays a fundamental role in the reality we build. If we see life events positively, we create a cycle of lighter, happier experiences. Conversely, if we focus on the negative, we attract more situations that reinforce that perspective. Take a practical example. You receive an unexpected bill. Your initial reaction might be panic, imagining all the negative consequences that could arise. This fear generates a chain of negative thoughts that further feed the sense of insecurity. However, by facing this same situation with neutrality, without judging or amplifying the problem, you allow your mind to gradually follow this path. This opens up space to find more effective solutions and deal with the challenge rationally. Furthermore, resisting past experiences, such as traumas or frustrations, only prolongs their impact. The more we try to escape or fight against something, the more strength we give that experience. By accepting what happened, we transform the narrative and, consequently, the way that experience affects us. This transformation is within everyone's reach. By changing how you view challenges, you also change the reality that unfolds from them. It's not easy at first, but with practice, you'll discover you have the power to shape your experiences. The secret lies in your vibration. To change these perceptions, there are various techniques, from positive affirmations, theta healing, hypnosis, prayers, meditations, and more. You can choose what works best for you. In this video, we will explore one technique, but I encourage you to combine it with other techniques to increase its effectiveness. The most important thing is to ensure that you do not repeat the same negative emotional and thought patterns. The big lesson here is that the more you focus on the fear of failure, the more you attract it. But when you focus on success and what you want to achieve, your energy aligns with that and begins to attract the opportunities needed for your dreams to become a reality. So, are you ready to change your focus and transform your life? Today, I want to share a practical approach that can transform how you handle challenges and create the reality you want to live. It's a simple yet powerful technique that helps redirect your energy consciously. Let's explore this together. First, it's important to understand that we often waste energy fighting against situations that bother us. This resistance effort only drains us and keeps us stuck in the problem. The technique I'll share consists of 3 fundamental steps that help change this dynamic: acceptance, finding the lesson, and redirecting your attention to what truly matters. The first step is to accept reality as it is. This might seem difficult at first, but acceptance is liberating. Imagine someone facing a challenging situation, like failing to achieve a desired goal. When you accept what's happening, you're not giving up, but releasing the energy that was stuck in resistance. This creates space for something new to happen. Remember the metaphor of a martial art like Aikido. Instead of fighting against the opponent's force, you redirect it. The same applies here. By accepting, you stop wasting energy fighting what already is and start using it to transform the situation. After accepting the moment, the next step is to look at the situation differently. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this? Often, challenges bring disguised opportunities. For example, if you lose something you greatly desired, it might be creating space for something better or more aligned with what you truly need. Finally, with a clearer mind, it's time to choose where to place your energy. Instead of dwelling on the problem, focus on what you really want to build. Think about what you wish to manifest in your life and use your attention as a guide. This perspective shift may seem simple, but it's incredibly powerful. When you direct your energy toward positive possibilities, you start attracting results aligned with your desires. Now, how to apply this in everyday life? Imagine you're facing a challenging situation at work, like a complicated project or a difficult relationship with a colleague. Your first reaction might be frustration or discouragement. But instead of letting these feelings dominate you, try accepting the situation. Tell yourself, "This is happening, and it's okay." This removes the emotional weight from the moment. Additionally, you can converse with your thoughts, welcoming them until they fade or you feel better. Then, reflect. What can I learn or gain from this? Maybe it's an opportunity to develop skills like patience or communication. Finally, focus on what you want to achieve, whether it's successfully completing the project or improving your relationship with the colleague. This redirection completely changes the situation's dynamic. With time and practice, this approach becomes automatic. You'll notice that you face challenges more lightly and confidently, creating a life more aligned with your values and desires. If you enjoyed this video, like it so we know we're on the right track. Thank you for being here and for being part of this journey. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, join our community now. Together, we are building a space for learning and transformation. Grateful for your presence.